Hello friends, I welcome you to the next session of English teaching of class 5 from the textbook Marigold. And today we are here to discuss the prose section of Unit 2, that is Flying Together. I, Rakhi Mishra, welcome you once again to this session. My dear children, let me ask you, are there some moments, or has it ever happened with you, when your elders had asked you, your parents, your grandparents, or your teachers had asked you to do something in time, to finish something within a particular time, or to do something at a particular time, and you didn't do it? You postponed it. You thought you will be doing it later. And the results, the outcome was something different, something which you never expected. And what was the outcome of it? What did you face? Can you tell me? Yes, there are so many things that your parents, that we elders, we adults, we always tell you, the teachers, the parents, we always tell you to do on time. Like, you get up in morning in time. Don't keep yourself to bed till late morning. Get up in time. Get up early in the morning. But sometimes we are reluctant and we think, oh, it's the holiday time, so we can relax. We can get up later. Do the work in time. Do the homework in time. Finish your work in time. Pack up your school bag. Take your tiffin. Finish your homework. Finish the task. Take your bath in time. Do the things in time. Every time you are surrounded with so many do's to be done in time with your parents and with your elders. And what happened when you didn't do? Maybe you got a scolding. Maybe after some time you sat and thought. And when you thought deeply, you were reluctant. You were regretting. Oh, why didn't I do it? So my dear children, today we are going to read a wonderful story which is adapted from Panchatantra. And the name of the story is Flying Together by Shiv Kumar, adapted from the stories from Panchatantra, A Wise Old Bird. Now I am going to read the story with you. When I am reading it, you keep your textbook with you and you keep reading simultaneously with me. And after completing certain portion, we'll be discussing certain vocabulary, certain words, certain new words that you will come across in this prose. So shall we begin? Okay. Note the way I'm reading it out so that you give proper pause, you take care of the punctuation marks, you take care of the tone and intonation, right? Okay, happy reading. Deep in a forest stood a very tall tree. Its leafy branches spread out like strong arms. This tree was the home of a flock of wild geese. They felt safe there. One of the geese was a wise old bird. Now in this first paragraph, we have come across a new word, geese. What is the meaning? What is this word? This geese is nothing but the plural of goose. And what is goose? Goose is a large web-footed bird that is found in the marshy areas, and it loves to remain in water, and also it enjoys remaining in the trees. Now, in the first paragraph, you get to know about what place, the place is described here and who lived there. Let me continue. He noticed a small creeper at the foot of the tree. He spoke to the other birds about it. Now, as we just got to know that there was a wise old bird. Note wise old bird. And this wise old bird noticed something. What was that? He noticed that there was a creeper. Now, what is this creeper? Again, this is a new word for you. Creeper, as you know, from the word creep. Creep means something that takes and that's keep a kind of plant that moves or that spreads all around, and when it gets support, it even climbs, right? So here they happen to see this wise old bird happens to see a creeper at the foot of the tree. He spoke to the other birds about it. Do you see that creeper? He said to them. Let us destroy it. Why must we destroy it? Asked the geese in surprise. It is so small. What harm can it do? My friends, replied the wise old bird, that little creeper will soon grow as it creeps up this tree. It will become thick and strong. Now you see there is a conversation going on between the wise old bird and the other birds there, the geese, right? And when the wise old bird suggests that this creeper should be removed, should be destroyed, the other ones, they were all surprised and said that it's so small and why should we remove it? It's not going to do any harm to it. And they did not do it. They did not listen to him. They were reluctant. They opposed. All of them opposed. What of that? Asked the geese. What harm can a creeper do us? Don't you see? Replied the wise bird. With the help of that creeper, it will be possible for someone to climb this tree. A hunter can come up and kill us all. Well, there is no hurry, they replied. The creeper is very small. It would be pity to destroy it. Now the conversation continues. Again the creeper, again the geese and the old wise bird, they are not ready to accept each other's suggestion. And the geese, they said that it's not going to do any harm to us. But because this old wise bird, it was old, it had an experience, it was wise, so it gave a wise remark, a comment here, saying that when this creeper grows, someone like a hunter may take the support of this climber and climb the tree and will kill us. But these geese, they were innocent, they were immature, they were not wise, they were young, and they didn't have the experience of what this old wise bird had. So they denied. They said the creeper is very small and it would be pity to destroy. They didn't want. They felt it would be so bad if we destroy it. Destroy the creeper while it is still young, the old bird advised. Now it is tender and you can cut it easily. Later, it will become hard and you will not be able to cut it. We'll see, answered the birds. But they did not destroy the creeper. They forgot the wise old bird's advice. Now, again, in the due course of conversation, they were discussing, and the birds, the geese, they did not agree. They said the creeper is tender and we should not, the wise old bird said that the creeper is tender and it is easy to cut it now. If it becomes hard, then they will not be able to cut it. It will be difficult for them. But they did not listen. They did not destroy it. And the creeper kept on growing and they forgot the wise old bird's advice. Now this part, I would like you to note two words here. Two new words. Just see, tender. What do you mean by tender? Now it is tender. Tender means very soft. It is not that matured. It is in a very early stage. So tender means soft here. And the last line on the screen. That is, they forgot the wise old bird's advice. Here I would like to give an advice to my students, to my children, that you see the word advice. See, note the spelling here. A-D-V-I-C-E. We also have come across another word which is advise. A-D-V-I-S-E. Now, my dear children, it is very important for you to note here the difference between advice and advise. Here you see, they said the last sentence is, they forgot the wise old bird's advice. That means it is very clear that it is a noun here. It is a noun here. But when I want to use it in a verb form, as an action word or as a verb, then I have to use A-D-V-I-S-E. It is very important for the students to note this thing because we often come across certain writings or certain speeches where this thing is not kept in mind. So please note advise and advise. C-E, wherever you find, it is noun, and S-E, it is a verb. Okay, good. Next is, as the creeper grew, it began winding its way up the tree. Stronger and stronger it became, until it was as strong as a thick rope. One morning, when the geese had gone out in search of food, a hunter came to the forest. So this is where the wild geese live, he said to himself. When they come back in the evening, I shall catch them. Now you see, this is the plan that is going on in Hunter's mind. He comes with a net and he makes all the plans to catch hold of these geese. Now the innocent geese, they did not know anything about it. And what they did when they were not there, when the geese had gone in search of food, the hunter came to the forest, and then let's see what happens. The hunter climbed up the tree with the help of the creeper. He got to the top and spread his net there. Then he climbed down and went away. You see the hunter, how clever he was. And he made best use of the creeper, which once the old wise bird had asked the geese to remove, to destroy. Now the same creeper has become so strong that it helped the hunter to climb the tree, spread the net, and take all the measures to do the preparations for catching the geese. In the evening, the geese returned home. They did not notice the net. As they flew into the tree, they were trapped. They struggled hard to get out, but could not. In this portion, we see a word trapped. What does it mean? Trapped means they were caught hold. They were caught. They were caught in the trap. They were not able to come out of it. Help! Help! Cried the geese. We are caught in the hunter's net. Oh, what shall we do? They all started crying. But who was there to help them? No one. Now, the old geese, the old bird comes. Don't make a fuss now, he tells this. Don't make a fuss now, said the wise old bird. Long ago, I told you to destroy the creeper, but you did not. Now see what has happened. Tomorrow morning, the hunter will come back and kill us all. Now, he makes them understand what the mistake they did. They did not do the things that were supposed to be done then. They did not do the things in time. Had they done it, perhaps the day would not have come when they are now the way they are facing it. The day would not have come when they have to really struggle how to survive. We were foolish, wept the birds. We are very sorry. We did not listen to you. Please tell us what to do. Now they sit and cried before this wise old bird. And what they said? That we are foolish. They finally admitted, they all accepted that they were foolish, that they did not listen to what their master said, what their elderly bird said. And they felt sorry for it. And they said, now tell us what to do. Then listen carefully, replied the wise bird. When the hunter comes, you must all pretend to be dead. Just lie still. The hunter will not want dead birds. He will throw us to the ground. It will then be easy for him to climb down, collect the dead birds, and take them home. When the last of us has been thrown down, we must quickly get up and fly away. Now, because he was wise, he had a very good idea, a very wise idea of how to save themselves. And the wise old bird said that when the hunter comes, they all should pretend. What does pretend mean? They all should act something that has not happened. They were not dead, but they have to act as if they were dead. So all pretend to be dead. Just lie still. They have to pretend as if they were dead and they have to lie still. The hunter will never want the dead birds. He would want the live birds. So the hunter will not want dead birds. He will throw us to the ground. He will just reject us. He will throw us. And when he will throw us, we have to pretend as if we were all dead. It will then be easy for him to climb down. And when this net, everything, geese, all the birds, everything would be thrown down, then it would be easy for the hunter to climb down and collect the dead birds and take them home. When the last of us has been thrown down, we must quickly get up and fly away. Here, the promptness is very important. He says that you have to promptly act. And there are moments in our life when we have to do certain things promptly. We cannot wait for the next moment to let the things happen. Here the wise old, because he was wise, because of his wisdom, he gave such a wonderful idea that they are supposed to, the moment the last bird is thrown down, they all are supposed to get up and fly away. And within seconds, they have to act so promptly that the hunter just is left with nothing. And so this happened. In the morning, the hunter came to the tree and climbed up. He looked at the geese in the net. They're all dead. He muttered to himself. He threw them out of the net, one by one. The birds lay still until the last one had been thrown down. Then, all at once, they got up, flapped their wings, and flew away. You see, now you must have understood that how intelligently these geese have listened or have carried out all those instructions given by that old wise bird. This moment was the most crucial moment for these birds. Had they not done it, perhaps they would have again been in the trap of that hunter. So what happened? The next morning when the hunter came, he started muttering. What this mutter means? Muttered to himself. Muttering means to say something which is inaudible, which cannot be listened by anyone else. You muttered to himself. He was talking to himself and he was not audible to anyone. And he threw them out of the net one by one. He just took one bird, threw it. Another bird, threw it. And these birds, very intelligently, they observed or they followed all the instructions given by this wise old bird. And they lay still there. They did not move at all. And this hunter thought that they all were dead. All at once, and the moment the last bird was thrown, they immediately got up. They flapped. What does it mean? Flapped. Flapped their wings. They moved their wings up and down and quickly flew away. The hunter was taken by surprise. Do you think hunter ever expected? He thought the birds were dead. He never thought that these birds would have such a wonderful idea. And this idea, the entire credit, I think you all would agree with me, the entire credit goes to the wise old bird. Had the wise old bird not given the idea, perhaps they would have again been trapped in the hunter's net and their lives would have ended. The hunter was taken by surprise. From the top of the tree, he watched all the geese fly. He didn't have anything else than to just repent, to regret what he did. And he never had any idea that these birds would act so intelligently, so smartly. Now here you have an idiom. The hunter was taken by surprise. What does it mean? Taken by surprise. Taken by surprise means? It means they were all shocked. The hunter was shocked. The hunter was shocked, taken by surprise. We also have another, taken aback. That also means surprised. Here, the hunter was taken by surprise. That means he was shocked. He never expected this to happen. And he just watched these geese fly. And the life of the geese was saved. And how was it saved? Why was it saved? Who was responsible for saving their lives? I think for all these questions, the answer would be the advice given by the wise old bird. Second advice. The first advice, none of them listened carefully. But the second advice, they all listened. They all carried out whatever instructions he had given. And that only led to their success. And what was the reason for the success? Or what was the success? They could save their life. Now with this, the discussion, the story part is over. Now we will be taking up some questions, some comprehension questions. My dear children, here, as you have all read and enjoyed the story, let us have a quick look at the questions that are asked that follows this text. First question to you. Where did the geese live? I hope all of you have guessed it. Yes, my dear children, what I have done, I'm not going to give you the full answer. I'll give you some key points. You have to use these key points and frame sentence and write the answer. The key points to you, can you guess? I think you have already guessed it. Yes, you will be including the key points like tall tree, leafy branches, deep forest, right? Using these points, these keywords, these phrases, you can frame a sentence. So where did the geese live? Somewhat you can get an idea that there was a forest and there was a tall tree. It had leafy branches and these geese lived there because this place was very safe. Note the question. Question is where did. So you will not be writing anything related to why. Why did they live? It's only to mention where. Whenever you get this word in the earlier session, if you remember, I had given you the use of WH questions, WH words. Here the WH word is where. So you will be writing only describing the place where they lived. Now moving on to the next question. Why did the old bird advise the other birds to destroy the creeper? Why did the old bird advise the other birds to destroy the creeper? Note the word here, advise. If you remember when we were reading the text, when we were reading the story, I had thrown some light on this also, the difference between advise and advise. I think you have got this word, advise. Here it is a verb. So the question is why? Why did the old bird advise the other birds to destroy the creeper? Here, my dear children, again, you have to look for the reason. If you remember in the poetry section, when I was discussing the language part, I had told you that whenever you have the question using why, you will always have a linking word because. Because will give you the reason why. Why the old bird advised the other birds to destroy the creeper. And as I have said, I'm not going to give you the complete answer. I'll only give you the key points. Note the key points. Hunter, possible to climb, using creeper, kill them. Can you guess? Can you all guess the answer? Yes, the answer is that, yes, the possible, there was a creeper and a hunter would have come there. With the help of the creeper, the hunter would have climbed the tree and killed them. Now guess what should be written. Frame a sentence using because, using the linking word because, and write the answer. You can take the help of the text also. Third question. Why did the geese cry, help, help? What was the reason? Do you remember? When did they cry, help, help? Yes. I think you have guessed it right. Yes, when they were trapped in hunter's net. It's the smallest answer for this question. Again, the question is using why. So you have to write using because, using the linking word because. The geese cried help, help because they were trapped in hunter's net. Frame the sentence using these two points, key points. Next question. What did the hunter do when he thought that the geese were dead? What did the hunter do when he thought that the geese were dead? Can you guess? Can you recollect? What did the hunter do? He threw them out. Did he use them? Did he keep them? No, he thought the birds are dead and he started throwing them. Why did the geese pretend to be dead? Question number 5. Why did the geese pretend to be dead? Tell, what was the reason? Why did the geese pretend to be dead? Can you guess the answer? Yes, you have guessed it correctly. The answer, the key points should be followed the wise old bird's advice and they wanted to save their life. Because of the advice given by the wise old bird to save their life, they all pretended to be dead. Now there is a very interesting question. Describe one incident when you got into trouble because you did not do your work in time. This question is an open-ended question and you all can sit and think, discuss with your mother, discuss with your father, discuss with your elders, and they can tell you better that any incident when you got into trouble because you did not do your work in time. And next, what was the learning? That next time, whenever our elders, whenever our seniors, whenever our parents, teachers, grandparents, they suggest us something, they give some advice, we all should listen and we all should do the work in time. Because if we don't do the work in time, we cannot complete the work and later on we have to sit and regret. And to avoid that, we must do the work in time. A stitch in time saves 9. Thank you, students.